teaspoon of that. I'm going to use some sesame oil, preferably roasted if you have that. If not, regular sesame oil will do. I'm going to use some soy sauce. I'm going to use some chili paste. So my pizzas, be careful with this, okay? We don't need to spice it up too much, but you do want that. We want that sweet, savory, nutty kind of flavor. And I am going to just kind of whisk this all together. I can tell too, I'm going to need to add a little bit of everything to this. But the measurements I'm giving you, it'll be on the website so you guys can have that. Okay? So we're going to whisk this all together. We're going to add the ginger, or excuse me, this is garlic. And this is going to be, garlic can be a little hot, so can ginger, but we're trying to clean it out, get everything out of there. Iron, fiber, nutritional value is up there. And garlic has a lot of microbials, antimicrobials, and not antibiotics, excuse me, not in there. And then, so I have about a quarter cup of lemon juice. Freshly squeezed. If you see it in a jar, please don't use it. We want as fresh as possible, okay? One of the reasons why I love shopping or cooking here at Natural Grocers is because everything's from local farmers. Everything's organic. We don't have to go to the small, tiny organic section and pick from what they have. Everything here is. All right. Whisking away, whisking away. Here comes the sweet and hot. Honey is a heating element, so you want to make sure you know this. Again, my pizza people, be very, very aware of this. But it's all about the balance. So I have some lime, which is cooling. I have some mangoes. I have some carrots, beta carotene. Salt and pepper. My sister always is trying to make me salt and pepper. I don't, but when I do, I feel like the Dos Equis commercial. I normally don't drink beer, but when I do, when I do use salt, it's going to be a Himalayan pink salt. It's just better for the body. It doesn't get your blood pressure up. It doesn't have any affect your heart like the way regular iodine salt. The only thing that's good for is soaking your feet in. Other than that, I would use Himalayan salt. All right, we got that going.
Is there a big difference between that and the sea salt?
This is sea salt. So there's a Himalayan sea salt, typically is pink. It's not as potent as the regular sea salt, so it's just preference.
But in terms of health-wise, they're equal?
They're equal.
Yeah.
I would say they're equal. It's just the taste is going to be different. It's health-wise, yes, that's your question. Alrighty, this is the dressing. I'm going to add a little bit more of everything in here because I was trying to debate on how many people were going to be here. I didn't want to make too much or too little. So you guys will see me back here working. Rich also touched on raw vegetables. Raw vegetables are great. I know everybody wants to eat them nowadays, but they're hard for the body to process. Okay, they're a little bit harder. The fiber hasn't been broken down. I have my sister, my sous chef, my BFF in here, and what we'll do is we'll go through. And food, it's a living organism, you guys. So she'll go through, she'll kind of give it a little massage, kind of break down that a little bit. But we want to make sure if you're going to be eating anything, just heat it up a little bit, okay? So once the pasta's done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as my heating element. As soon as it's hot, I'm going to put some, a little bit of olive oil or ghee if you have it. I'm going to use olive oil because it's a little bit easier for me to do today. And from the heat, this is going to heat up all our vegetables. Enough to they're not hot, but they're warm enough to kind of help break down that process. When we start to eat, it starts with your eyes first. So hopefully you guys like the presentation once I actually put it together. But it starts with the saliva. We want all of these bitter, astringent, hot, sweet, and savory. They play a role. It's not because Shelley just didn't put these together because they look cute together or they were on sale. Partly that's the reason. But the other part is it stimulates the salivation. Okay, that's the first part of digestion. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the stomach. And one of the other things Rich touched on is Agni, the fire, digestional fire, which we need is basically the life force. Ginger is big on kick-starting the Agni. Okay, so if you have somebody with low digestion, you might hear you see a lot of ginger soups in certain cultures, and that's when they're sick. They want to make sure that agni is going. That's also going to help the breaking down of the food, the stomach enzymes and juices to get everything flowing. And this meal will, not only will you be satisfied, but it's also cleaning out your entire system. There's so much fiber, vitamin K, A, E, every mineral under the sun is all in this one dish. So if you just have one healthy meal out of the day, you're doing yourself a lot of good. I don't think people realize how often we can get it in. You're not necessarily supposed to have meat with every meal, especially during a detox. I know the first of the year is coming up, so you guys are wanting to start it off with a bang. Try to not have meat with every meal, okay? It's just harder for your body to process. If you do meat, make sure it's a lighter, especially if it's towards the end of the day, you want to do a lighter fish or maybe some chicken, lamb if possible. But red meat, you want to steer away from that at the end of the day. But back to the veggies, we're not going to do any raw veggies. They will be heated up just enough with the pasta. I might throw a little pasta water in there depending on the consistency of it. But that's it. I'm going to throw this together. I know Kim has some stuff to talk about. And that's it. Like literally, this dish right here, I know there's a lot of elements going on. I talked about it last week about getting your mandolin, which is this doohickey thing, which basically slices and dices everything. My sister did this too. She sliced these carrots. I don't know, there's probably about a pound of carrots and less than a minute. I have 2 little kids at home, 11 and 12. They're very, very busy. I don't have time to be doing all this other stuff, okay? So we're going to try to get it done in a one dish wonder. I'm the queen of those at least a couple of days a week. Usually every day of the week we'll get one dish wonder done. But I'll do this. As I start to compile everything, I'll kind of interrupt if Kim's going, and then we'll kind of, you guys can watch me put it together. But if I start moving behind, no, that's it. I've done all the cooking. The cooking is the pasta, spinach. I use watercrest, which I thought was the cheesiest English herb I could find. Went to London a couple of times, and they had these watercrest sandwiches. I'm like, this is so silly, but it's really, really good. It is so high in vitamin K. And people, if you ever hear, it seems like there's an epidemic with being low in vitamin D. Well, guess what? You need vitamin K to make vitamin D do its thing. Watercress, basil, cilantro, and a little bit of mint is in there. And I'm just going to load all these together and put them on a plate, and hopefully you guys like them. That's it. That's all I got. That's all my dog and pony show. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to close it, and that's called alternate. So you're going to go back and forth in that way for 10 rounds is ideal. If you can just do 5, that's okay. But 10 is the ultimate. And then the next round, so you place your hands, when you're doing this, you're sitting facing northeast. Okay, that's the other reason that I can do it. So your hands are back in your lap, and now you take your left hand and you use the same mudra, and you place your left thumb over your left nostril, inhale through your right, and then close it, and then exhale through your left, and then inhale again. So you do 10 rounds that side, and now, and then just take a cleansing breath after that, and you have really cleanse the mind. And you can practice this each morning for a renewed sense of freshness for the day, ready to start the day.
What's the significance of that?
It governs the movement of the energy. When you do this, if you do 10 and 10, you have actually reset or cleansed all 72,000 nadis in the body. Those are energy centers. It's like you've probably seen on a picture of all these little dendrites or the connections in the body. And there are 72,000. And so doing this 10 times on each side feels all 72,000.
Each finger is associated with a certain nerve path. Best way to do it. Use certain fingers for actually nerve paths also. Like when you do pulse analysis in Ayurveda, you use these three fingers. And we can
As you're telling yourself, even though I have this experience, or I feel this way, or I did this thing, I still completely love and accept myself. And I don't know how many, this is for men and women. I have had lots of men come to me with things that happened in their childhood or whatever, and they're still affecting them.
your son that get killed. That's what they did on the phone. And that's what helped at the moment. It's that grief. So never underestimate the power of what this stuff do. And I've heard it with countless people with all kinds. What you will find is that number will come down from 75, 70, 65. But the goal is trying to get that to be as low